Well, I think that I think preaching is the ministry of the word, and I think words are very, very important for Christians in general. Christianity tends to be a religion that takes words very seriously. That truth is verbally communicated primarily, not through images, but actually carried through the meaning of language and symbols and ideas that are contained in language or lingual forms. So I think that in that sense we are bound to be a word community to some degree or another. And I remember reading Jacques Ellul once where he, I think in The Humiliation of the Word, where he maintained that basically imagery is actually distorting of biblical truth. It's not a good way of communicating, and he connects it with idolatry. And that idolatry is basically a commitment to communication of ideas through imagery, whereas we as the people of God are committed to verbal communication as the primary kind of container of truth. I think that somehow there's a distinct connection of how words incarnate into different communities. I think we are inspired by the incarnation of Jesus, and in fact I think it should inform so much of the way we do things, just generally, I think as missionaries, but generally pretty much all our forms should be incarnational. So I think that we could look to Jesus and be quite informed about how we should go about our task as preachers. We live in a world that is saturated with images, where the images are meaningful or consistent communicators of truth, of biblical truth at least, or whether they actually in the end distort. It's interesting that the incarnation of the Word doesn't leave us with an image or an icon. We're left with actually actions and symbols and sacraments and a verbal reflection of Jesus. It's interesting that he could have possibly left us a statue or something, and he doesn't do that.